I wish there was one platform to rule them all, but unfortunately that's not the case. Even though each platform pretty much carries all the same functions, the problem is where they excel in one area, they may lack in another. So for that reason, I personally trade on 3 different platforms in order to utilize the tools that I need the best that I can. But I will say there is one platform I will never actively day trade on, and that's on a mobile platform. Because day trading on a phone feels like I'm racing in a Fisher car price instead of a Lamborghini. And I'm not going to have the same functions and speed that I do on a desktop platform. Now, they're not totally useless. I do still have them in case of emergency, like if my internet goes down in my office, I can still exit positions on my phone, and they're also okay for swing trading, but let's all agree to not actively day trade on these things. So here's a list of things to look for when choosing a desktop platform. Number 1, commissions and fees. Many brokerages out there offer commission-free trading now, which is great because before it used to cost me about $7 on a fixed rate per transaction. So each trade would cost me about $14 because I would pay $7 to get in and another $7 to get out. And as someone who likes to do a lot of scalping, I can easily rack up 100 trades a week depending on the market environment. So saving at least $1,400 a week is a pretty big deal. So why would one even consider a commission-based platform? Well, it's because they offer much better execution speeds, meaning you can get better fills on your price. So let's say you trade with larger share sizes, like 10,000 shares. If you're able to just get 1 cent better on their fill price, you're making or saving an extra $100. But these days you'll find commissions to be charged per share, so that 10,000 shares may cost you around $10 to $45 per transaction depending on the amount of volume you trade. And these commission-based platforms also have a monthly fee that can cost up to a couple of $100 a month. But you do get what you pay for because these platforms are designed specifically for the active day trader who need the speed and reliability in their executions. So you kind of have to do a cost-benefit analysis and decide which is best for your bottom line and your trading style. For me, I mostly scalp the level 2 that have no spread, so majority of the time I'm getting the price that I'm going for anyway, so I still stick with free commission-based platforms. And if you're just starting out, I definitely would recommend a free platform because your priority isn't to make money yet, but should be focused on learning and gaining experience. And as you progress as a trader and you feel the need to upgrade, you can do so then. Because in the end, it's about can you make money or not, and I've never heard anyone say they failed as a trader because of bad fills. Number 2, look and feel. This one is personal preference. Every platform has a slightly different look to their charts, and it's important to find one that's easy to read for you. You might think they're all the same candlesticks, but think of it as if the same book is printed in different fonts. You're going to have an easier time reading some fonts than the others. I'm pretty particular when it comes to charts on the level 2 window. I personally really like the Thinkorswim charts. I think they're very clean and crisp, easy to read, and I can easily change timeframes, and they offer a lot of customization. This is the platform I started with, so that probably has a lot to do with it as well. But I've tried using other charts and I always find myself being most efficient at analyzing charts on Thinkorswim. But I can't say the same for the level 2 window. I think they're absolutely disgusting. I like to scalp the level 2 a lot, so it's important for me to not just be able to read it, but to also get a feel for it. This is why I prefer Sterling for the level 2 and time and sales, because the price levels are very clear to me and it also displays extra data like the total amount of shares on the bid and the ask. But this one isn't a free platform. I do pay a couple of $100 a month to use it, and all I use it for is the level 2 data. And it's worth it to me because compared to the return it makes me, the cost is just a scoop of water out of the pond. So go with the platform you feel most efficient at in terms of analyzing price action. Number 3, hotkeys. As a day trader, it's crucial to be able to execute our trades in the blink of an eye, and hotkeys helps us do that. Because let's say I come across a setup I like, and to get into this trade, if I'm typing in the quantities, then I'm putting in the price, then setting the order type, then clicking buy, and then having to confirm the order. By the time I'm done, the trade is gone, right? But with hotkeys, I can do all of that with just one button. Most platforms have hotkeys and they're all going to function differently, so make sure you're comfortable with how they work. But I personally use a programmable keypad called X keys. On this, you can set a combination of keys into one button. This allows me to have one hand on the keypad and the other hand on the mouse, so I'm ready to act at all times. So hotkeys are a must. Number 4, Shortlist. If you're like me who likes to go short as much as going long, it's better to trade under a broker that has a good shortlist. If you don't know what shorting is, I'll link a video explaining everything you need to know somewhere here. But this is why I also have an E-Trade account on standby. As far as free platinums go, I think E-Trade has one of the better shortlists out there. So if I can't locate shares on Thinkorswim, I can usually locate them on E-Trade. So why not just go both long and short on E-Trade to make it simple? Well, the reason why it's not my primary trading platform is because their execution speed is complete garbage. It's one of the most slowest I've come across by far, and Thinkorswim is actually one of the fastest for a free platform. So I just use E-Trade as a backup. And finally, number 5 is ease of use. How easy is it to navigate around the platform? How convenient is it for you to change timeframes on your charts? What's the process like setting up your layout? Or how compact is the platform? I know Thinkorswim takes up unnecessary screen real estate because you have to expand out to see the entire columns. And I think their order entry bar is absolutely terrible. And it may seem like I'm nitpicking, but when you're using these platforms every day as a vehicle to make money, you want it to make your life easier and not harder. And as kind of like an honorable mention, I do want to throw in a bonus feature. This isn't a deal breaker for me, but it's nice if a platform has paper trading. This one is more for the beginners out there. Paper trading allows you to practice trading with fake money. Now, I will say I'm not the biggest fan of paper trading. I think it's a great tool to use to get familiar with the platform and backtest strategies. But I prefer practice trading with a very small risk rather than play money, because I think you tend to trade differently when there's nothing on the line. So risking something small still gets your emotions involved, which I think is important to grow as a trader, but I'm definitely not against using paper money as well. So those are the 5 to 6 things I would look for. I think YouTube is your best friend here because there's tons of tutorials and walkthroughs for every platform out there. So I would just get a feel for each one and see which one you gravitate towards to. One last thing I want to say is what platform you use will not determine your success, but I do feel it's important to use the one that fits your style of trading. I'll link the ones I use down below if you want to check them out, but try to find the one that fits you. If you found this to be helpful, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed if you want more content like this one. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments down below. And as always, I appreciate you for being here, and I hope to see you on the next one.